والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Inshallah, this morning on our Tadabbur, we shall further with our pondering over the verse 282 of Suratul Baqarah. We are commanded that when you are about to embark on any transaction, be it trade, business, loans, or any transaction, ensure you keep records. Ensure you write it down. Then Allah said further in that same verse, like we promised to continue, Allah says, وَلْيَكْتُبْ بَيْنَكُمْ كَاتِبٌ بِالْعَدْلِ. Let the katib, the writer, let him write. Let him write with justice. Let him be a just person. The reason in the commentary of Ibn Kathir, while Allah says you should have a writer, you should have a scribe, you should have a lawyer who will keep the record. The reason, or the secretary, the reason is because then in the city of Mecca, not all of them were literate. Some were illiterate. And the same thing we have now in Nigeria, in our country, or in the whole world. It is not everyone that is literate. It's not everyone that can write. It's not everyone that can keep record. We have those who have specialized in that area, who are lawyers, who are best in keeping records. They will keep record and they will authenticate it. So go and get a very sound scribe to keep your record. Allah did not just say any scribe. He said, Bil adl. Let him write with justice. Let him write with justice, with the fear of Allah. And that's why you don't just get any scribe. Get a scribe that fears Allah. There are so many scribes outside there that do not fear Allah. There are so many lawyers outside there that do not fear Allah. Get the one that fears Allah. The one that when he writes down the agreement, he would never go and change it. He will never go and prepare another statement behind you. And that is why this statement of Allah is very important. Let us get a scribe that is of good manners, a scribe that is of good nature, a scribe that has a fear of Allah, a scribe that would never go against the contract. And this is a commandment, is an ordainment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let us ensure we get a scribe. It's very important. We pray that Allah because understand this better than we are saying it. In the city of Mecca back then, there was an hadith narrated by Ibn Abbas that says that they used to have a trade, transactions, in such a way that when they pay, they will pay in advance. They will pay and get their goods later, maybe after a year. They will pay for food. These are similar trades we embark on today. How would you go and pay? How would you pay ahead of your trade and you will not get the deal? You pay ahead and you don't even write anything down. Let us not make that mistake. If you cannot afford to get a lawyer, get someone who is capable, who is just, that can keep your record. It's very important because when we don't obey Allah, we tend to regret. You can remember that we do not obey Allah when Allah says that when there is a pandemic, let us stay in our cities. We do not stay, we disobeyed Allah. Look at what we are facing today. This is another ordainment from Allah. Allah has commanded us that we should ensure we get a scribe. Get a scribe. Get a scribe and keep your records so that you will not regret your transactions. May Allah accept all we have said and may Allah grant us the understanding. Thank you for listening. Jazakumullahu khairan kathira.